Hello everyone, welcome to ST Model Cars. In this video, I would like to show you this 1/18 scale BMW i7. This is made by Minichamps. Price point on this, €160. They had a sale in one of the online hobby shop from Germany. So I bought it and I paid €50 for shipping. However, I got a bunch of cars with that same shipment. So if I would divide, the shipment cost, I would just call this car €170 shipped from Germany to the US. I don't know, like the white version of this Minichamp i7 might be the least favorite, but I somehow like it because it just looks very clean and very simplistic, right? And not to mention, when they had the sale, the only color they had on sale was white. So I decided to get the white. As you can see, this is a full opening model, right? So let me close everything up here so you can see how the car looks on the turntable with everything closed. Okay. At the time of this video, Minichamp released a few colors. One is white. One, of course, is this white one that you see. They also have the blue one, and they also have the maroon and black two-tone. The maroon and black two-tones are really dramatic. It looks really sharp. But again, this was on sale, so I decided to grab it, and yeah, I'm actually quite happy with it. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this BMW i7. Okay, looking at the front here, this has the BMW new design language, right? You see the kind of like the stack headlight arrangement, which is kind of a little bit breaking traditions for BMW, but the look kind of grows on me. On the top of the cluster here, you do see the turn signal with the daytime running light accents here, right? And on the bottom part, this is where the main headlight cluster is. So you see two projectors behind the lens there, right? And of course, on the center, you have this humongous grille, okay, and you have the bottom opening here. I don't know if you can see this from the camera, but this is through, right? So you can see what's behind this opening here. You can see my pointer. I can stick this through. So that's pretty cool that they include that detail. However, the center massive grille here, of course, is closed, right? Even in the real car, keep in mind this is an EV, so you don't really need the grille for cooling. Okay, I added the license plate here myself just because this was just blank. So I figured I'd just put a license plate here to make it more realistic. Okay, looking at the hood here, you have the BMW logo on the front here, and let's open the hood. Or, well, I don't know if I want to say the hood, right? Yeah, I guess it is the hood because, the front motor is under here, right? But there's no front here, right? You have this, the big cover here that covers whatever it is underneath this, the motors and other electrical component. Unfortunately, you cannot open this either, right? So it's just the way it is. Nice thing about the setup is that Minichamps, decided to do the hinge, like not the dog-like hinge, I guess. They have that four-way linkage hinge, which is looking pretty realistic. So I like that. And you can see at the bottom of the hood there, right? You have the sound deadening material here, and then you have some warning labels here in the front as well. So, okay. Looking at the windshield here, you have the wiper that's somewhat hidden, underneath the hood, right? And the car has a full panoramic moonroof here, glass roof, right? And here's the side view of the i7. Like I mentioned earlier, the look really grows on me. Somehow all the straight lines just reminded me of the E38 BMW 7 Series, which is one of my favorite BMW sedans. And I think this is the look that will age well. I don't know. We'll have to see, I guess, in a few years, right? How this design will age. But yeah, so far I would say I like it. Taking a closer look at the wheels here, you get the optional wheels here for the BMW i7, and then behind the wheels you see the brake rotor, and you see the like the bronze color brake caliper, which is nicely done there. Okay, and same with the rear. Unfortunately, the tires are not branded. Okay. Rear view mirrors, you can fold this actually, so which is pretty neat, right? This kind of mimics a lot of the Chinese diecast release with all that features. So I'm glad that Minichamps includes it there, right? And again, looking at it from the side, the panel caps are pretty good actually. All right, so let's take a closer look at the interior now. Let me open the door here. All right, let me get the camera off. And let's take a closer look. So here is the passenger front side of the interior. They kind of mimic that glass crystal trim here that you see on the dashboard, right? And you see the infotainment center there in the middle. Okay, there, and you can see that everything is printed, right? The IP screen, the infotainment screen, they have a decal that mimics that being turned on, and in the center there you see the center console with the iDrive controller. Okay, fully carpeted interior, right? And here's the closer look of the door trim. So they also carry the that glass, that crystal accent to the door trim here, right? And you also see the seat controllers on the side here, the speakers, armrest, and the storage bin on the bottom. So overall, pretty nice detail. And let's take a look at the rear. So on the rear, this is when things gets good, right? So first of all, you have this little tablet on the armrest. This will control the different functions of the car and the real car, right? And it's pretty neat that Minichamps actually put a decal in here and try to replicate that screen on the door trim, okay? And if you look at the glass, you have this pattern here that serves as a shade, like a privacy screen and shade for the rear passenger, and it's only on this trapezoid window here on the back. So that's pretty cool detail, I think, that Minichamps included that. Okay, so here's the view of the back seat. Right, so let me zoom out a little bit. You can see the back of the front seat there, right? And then you see the AC fence here in the middle. Okay. And the party trick of this i7 is the screen on the top. So if you see that screen on the top, right, which is an option on the i7, and in this one, actually it folds. It's probably easier if I do it by hand. So you can press it up, and you can see that the screen actually folds. Just kind of like the real car. I think it's very similar mechanism like the real car. Okay. And I don't know, I remember this is, there you go. Actually, I got lucky this time because sometimes it's kind of hard to prop the screen back down. So let me see if I can push it from the front. Oh, no, made it worse. Let me do this again. See if I can reach it with my hand. There you go. Now the screen is down again. Okay, and yeah, so that's the backseat area. It's pretty cool. Right, let's take a look at the back of the car. Here's the taillights of the i7, right? And you also have the reflectors here on the bottom, and these are actually separate lenses, so these are not just painted on. You have the BMW logo in the middle, you have the i7 logo on the left, and you have this xDrive 660 trim emblem on the right. So this is like the mid-level, right? So you have the eDrive 5.0, I think, and you have the xDrive 6.0 and 7.0. So, so this is the mid level, right? Okay, trunk. It's kind of hard to open the trunk for some reason, so I have to use this opening tool here. Okay, so nothing much to see. Everything is carpeted nicely, right? And unfortunately, you do see a dog-like hinge, but I think that kind of also mimics the real car, so I really can't blame Minichamps for that. So I don't know. I have to see how the real car hinge looks like in the trunk. Okay, and here's the driver side of the i7. Okay, and let's take a look at the interior from the driver side. So let me open the door here. Okay, so similar to what you've seen on the other side. And oh, let's take a closer look at the door handle. So here's the detail on the door handle. Here's the front, and here's the rear. Okay. I also want to show you the underneath the car here. So like most EV, everything is covered for aerodynamics. But similar to Minichamps' release of the BMW iX, I don't know why, but it seems like it's missing a rear motor. There's a hole here, and I think the rear motor should have been sitting there. And I think for the gas version, this is where the rear differential sits, right? But for the EV, I don't know. It's just kind of weird that both on this i7 and on the iX, Minichamps decided to just leave this hollow. So I'm not sure what's the deal there. But yeah, overall, I really like the car, and if you can get it at the right price, I highly recommend it. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section below, and I much appreciate it if you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I hope you enjoyed the review of this BMW i7, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.